just get into it. Usually I'd say, how's it going, people? But I know how it's going. It's going awful for me, for everyone. Post-match reaction to Liverpool 6, Leeds United 0. I don't even know where to start. All I will say before we get started is please smash that like button and please subscribe if you are brand new to the channel, and dare I say, share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I think you're all probably going to have the same opinion. Let's start off with the lineup. I mean, lineup was an absolute joke as well. You know, Dan James up front against Virgil van Dijk and Joel Matip. Both tall, experienced, strong centre-halves. And Dan James is about 3 foot tall. You know, he's never going to win anything in the air. Click and Rodrigo in midfield. When does that ever work as a partnership? Dallas at right back. You never know from game to game where Stuart Dallas is going to play. Ayling at centre back. It's not his position. It's just not his position, is it? I thought we started off okay, in fairness, first 5-10 minutes. Some decent passage of play, but once they got that penalty, I thought the first penalty was a fair enough penalty. Dallas had his hands in air, you know, you can't really argue with it. Salah slots it home, it's 1-0. Their second goal, just way too easy for Joel Matip. Pretty much just runs straight through us. Give and go with Mo Salah, and it's 2-0. And you know at that point that the game's done. But then the third one, the second penalty, soft in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it would have changed the outcome of the game one bit. I did feel it was soft. I think Mane goes down way too easily. I think they kind of just collide. I don't think Ayling really means to catch him. They just kind of collide. To be fair, VAR checked it and they give it. It's 3-0 at half time, and I just had City vibes all over again. Obviously, I was at that game, which made it even worse. And yeah, I'm just so dejected. And at half time, Bielsa does the standard Bielsa thing. Brings on Tyler Roberts and brings on Jamie Shackleton. Puts Shackleton at right back. Dallas moves into midfield. And then Tyler Roberts ahead of Joe Gellert. I've had enough of it now. It's laughable. It's actually embarrassing. Embarrassing. Oh, what makes Bielsa look at Roberts and think, you're going to impact this game, you're going to come on, you're going to score, you're going to either score, assist, you're going to bring other players into play. It's just not. It looks like he's going to fall over his own feet every time he touches the ball. It's embarrassing. Rafinha must be looking around that pitch thinking, what am I playing with here? Genuinely. We're that bad at the minute. The Man United game the other day was tough to take, but we actually played well in that game. In quite a bit of spells. Tonight, other than the first 5-10 minutes, once they went 1-0 up, that was it. As heads went. The 4th, 5th and 6th goal, I can't really remember. I was half watching it, to be honest. It was just... One goal I do remember though, the 6th one. Van Dijk is literally just on his own. He loses Stroud and he just walks into the box. It's just an easy goal. If they're going to beat us, make them work for the goals that they're scoring. Liverpool didn't even need to get in They didn't even need to get into second gear, did they? We did well to keep it at 3 until 80th minute. They scored 3 goals in 10 minutes. And Burnley beat Spurs. Burnley have won the last 2 games. 3-0 against Brighton, 1-0 against Spurs. We've got Spurs Saturday. Who knows what Spurs team is actually going to turn up. They'll probably be well up for it after losing out against Burnley. I'm actually dreading going to Ellen Road on Saturday. Dreading it. Really bad. Burnley have got 2 games in hand. We're only 3 points clear at drop now. It's the first time all season that I've even thought that going down is even a slight possibility. I don't think over the course of the season that we're going to be one of the worst 3. But I can see us finishing 17th. I think we'll just survive. But we need to start picking up points. Once Saturday's out of the way, whatever happens there, you know, Leicester away, they're there to be got at. For me, Leicester, 100%. Then I think we've got Wolves after that. No, sorry, Norwich. That Norwich game is huge. We need to win that. Can't accept a draw there. We need to win that. Then we've got Wolves away. That'll be a tough fixture. Very tough. And I think we've got the likes of Southampton, Watford and stuff like that. So Southampton will be tough though. They've really turned it round lately. But Watford's a team we can get at, for sure. I just think, I genuinely can't see where his next win is going to come from. The next win that I could say is more likely is Norwich. Spurs can be got at on Saturday. Leicester can be got at. Are we going to get results in them? I'm not too sure. I'd take points in both now. I'd take a point in both now, 100%. But I don't know who Burnley's games in hand are against. Someone could let me know in the comments. But yeah, it's extremely worrying times at Leeds United. Very worrying. It's not even the fact that we're losing games, but we're getting walked all over. Yes, Man United have got world-class players. Yes, Liverpool are probably contenders for the Premier League and the Champions League. But, you know, Burnley only lost 1-0 against Liverpool. Norwich lost 3-1 at the weekend. You know, yes, they both got beat, but the scorelines are fairly respectable. That was just shambolic tonight. It had City vibes written all over it. I knew it's hard because I expected this to happen. I mean, I know I predicted 3-0 in my preview, but deep down, I knew it were going to be 4-5-6. There were no player played well tonight. Thought Forshaw started off well, but then slacked as the game went on. You know, we had ball in net from Rafinha, but it was offside. And I don't know what I can say in terms of analysis, guys. They just walked right through us. Gaping holes in midfield once again. We're missing KP in that spot so much. We're missing Patrick Bamford as well, massively. The spine of the team is just out. Even if we had them in, we'd have probably got beat tonight, but I don't think it'd have been 6. I think we'd have made it fairly respectable. But like I said, it's the first time all season where I've even thought that going down was a slight possibility at all. Like I said though, I'm going to stand by my statement for now that we won't go down over the course of 38 games. But there's serious problems at the minute. And you know, there's loads of talk about Bielsa and should he go, should he stay. My opinion on it after tonight is I don't want him out. I would never ask, you know, if it were up to me, I wouldn't sack him. I wouldn't want him to go, but he needs to adapt his tactics against certain levels of opponent in this league. If you play Norwich, Watford, Burnley, Brentford, Newcastle, those sorts of teams, yeah, maybe, you know, apply the man-marking approach and, you know, the Bielsa ball that we know and love against those teams. But if you're playing against scum, if you're playing against Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, even Spurs on Saturday, even Arsenal, adapt. Burnley proved tonight, I didn't watch the game obviously, but Ben Mee scored, so that means it was most likely a free kick or a corner that they've scored from there. So Burnley probably sat in for the majority of the game and they took the chance when they had it. Why can't we do that against any level of opponent that's in that top six? For me, if Bielsa can't adapt and he can't realise that different tactics are needed, if he's still adamant about having a small squad and won't bring in players, allegedly, we were offered Van der Beek and Harry Winks in January. He turned them both down. You know, you're turning depth down, that's criminal. At the time I said we just need to get on with it, but looking back now, that's a shocking decision. And if he can't realise all these things, then I would welcome a change at the end of the season. I'd thank him for everything he's done. He'll always be a legend at this football club. But if we stay up and he goes, different manager in, different ethos, different way of doing things, bring some players in hopefully in the summer and let's rebuild and get better next season. That's not me saying I want him out. I want to see what happens till the end of the season. If he can adapt against certain teams and be a bit more pragmatic in order to get us more points, then I would want him to stay 100% and be part of this rebuild project. But if he can't adapt before the end of the season and we either go down or we just survive, then I would welcome change at that point. And yeah, that's all I've got to say. It's time for bed. Yeah. I'm going to say if you've enjoyed this video, no one's probably enjoyed it. It's the most dejected I've ever been on a post-match. I do apologise, but I'm just speaking how I feel at the minute. Embarrassed. It was a joke of a game. But we can't feel sorry ourselves for long. We've got Spurs on Saturday. Fingers crossed we can get something in that game. Let's hope. But yeah, smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're brand new to the channel as well. Hit me up with your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. I'm sure it'll be interesting to see what everyone's thoughts are at the minute. And I'll see you in my next upload, people. I'll see you in a bit.